Good morning, people. It is August 2nd, 9:20 a.m. My name is Next Trade Lou.
I am Meta Crypto.
Yep, and we are the Futures Connect. We are the mentors, and we
Sir.
are also funded traders as well. We are going to be giving a lot more content over the next few days, few weeks, few months, for the next couple of years to come. Just putting the information out there for people to understand that you can make a living in the markets. We do have a disclaimer in the description down below, so please go check that because the futures market does have substantial risk, and you need to know what you're doing when you get into these markets. So we are going to start with just talking about the news and events for today. So August 2nd news and events, we had ADP report that came out today at 8:15, and we have another big report that's going to be the oil report at 10:30 in the morning. And in terms of earnings, or notable earnings, we have for tomorrow, we have Amazon and we also have Apple. So those are two big companies. Those are two of the largest companies on the planet in terms of market cap. So be on the lookout for that information coming out. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Make sure to hit the notification bell. Follow us on all of our social networks. They are listed below. Okay, so today's thesis for trading is going to be trend trading, and we are also going to be price action trading as well. For me, that's Go Time Karma, and you will see on the charts that ES has been making a lot of moves.
Your music playing.
So we got. So what I typically do every morning is I get on the charts and I want to look at the ranges. I want to see what has my particular market that I'm trading, what it's been doing. 20-day ADR. I want to look at what it's done over the past couple of days. Also want to see the bias on the market as well. So as you can see for ES at the 6 o'clock open, we did gap down. We made
everybody gap down. That was crazy.
Yeah, so big gap down for all the markets. And we've seen a lot. There has been a lot of activity. There's been a lot of activity for these markets, which is it's a good thing. That's what we want. We want to see a lot of volatility, a lot of activity. And if we look at the ES typically moves about 40 points per day. We've moved 41. So for me, I would be a little bit on the reluctant side to take trades, given the fact that, or to be as active in the market, given that it has moved its range. But I do still see opportunities, so I'm going to take them. I mark off my 20-day ADR low bands, the high bands, just to give myself, okay, if the market gets beyond these ranges, maybe you don't trade. Maybe you aren't as aggressive in those directions. And that's what we do. We trade in the ES. So right now we have this is a micros chart. This is MES. I replicate to several accounts. Some accounts are getting replicated to the minis. Some getting replicated to the micros, just depending on the account size. I like to be a good risk manager, and that's what you should do. You should always be a good risk manager. You don't want to ever get into a trade where, if you're in a trade and if it might hit a stop loss or something like that, then it gets you uncomfortable. It gets you in a point where you're not objective anymore. You don't want to do that. You always want to be in a situation where you are able to be objective and you're able to think clearly as you're looking at the charts. So got my algos turned on.
Also, for the people, just real
Yep.
quick, it is 9:25, and like you said yesterday, 6:00.
Yep.
I don't know if you guys remember, but I slightly talked about this before about closing the gap. Now, closing the gap, that just means that we are so far away from where we closed the price yesterday that typically the market participants like to move that price back, move the current price back to that price.
Mhm.
At the New York Open, which is at 9:30. So right now we're looking to see what the market is going to do. We want however the market moves, we're gonna play it whichever way it wants to be played. But right now, I say pretty much from 9 to whenever, we are looking for them to close the gap. So that's where we are with that. And Lou's gonna be he's gonna be sharing his screen today. I'm still gonna be here. I'm gonna be trading on my screens as well. So if there's anything significant that I want to point out, I can show you guys, so on and so forth. Me and Lou, we do have similar trading styles, but there are differences that make things synonymous to us. So
For
just
sure.
stay tuned. We here. I'm gonna go ahead and let Lou do his thing. I'm in an oil trade right now.
Yep. And that's the beautiful thing about trading. You know, there's several hundred thousands of market participants, and everybody trades different. There's a bunch of different trading styles. Some people trade with indicators. Some people don't trade with indicators. Some people, it's a whole bunch of different trading styles. You just want to make sure you actually have an edge. You have a good strategy that has an edge, and that your trading psychology is intact. Because it doesn't matter what kind of trading strategy you have. If your mental capital and your trading psychology is not intact, then you're setting yourself up for failure.
Yeah.
So again, it's 9:27, 3 minutes until the open. I'm gonna see some volatility here, so I'm just gonna wait a little bit for the market to open. We are at a potential support spot, which is golden ratio. I believe the NASDAQ market is around the same level as well. Looks like it's going to break. Some key levels I want to point out as well. The previous session in price is around 4,600. From 4:30, the market had closed about more than 70%, almost 70% of the gap. They did get knocked back down, and now we wait. Now we wait. And had someone been following the tools that we have, trend trade, put your stop up here, golden ratio target, that's a check. Short here.
Check on oil. I just got price action check.
Price action, okay.
So also keep in mind, y'all, these markets pay every kind of trader.
Every kind of trader.
Every kind of trader. As long as you stay disciplined to what you're supposed to do, is you're gonna get paid. But also, you got to take them losses as well, because we are every different concept of trading that we are doing. Everybody's going against everybody else. So you're not gonna win every game. Kobe didn't win every game. Jordan didn't win every game. Bron didn't win every game. So don't expect to win every trade. Just make good decisions. Be a good decision maker.
That's a fact.
So right now, we got an open price for the ES and the NASDAQ because of the indicator that we have that helps us make our decisions. Remember, I said before, the open price could be a level of support or resistance. There we go. Off to the races.
Off to the races. See what this market want to do.
Don't look like they're trying to close any gaps today. Also, we got this is a really big earnings week, really big tech earnings week. So
Mhm.
it's going to be a lot of volatility in the Nasdaq, which is my primary market. So I have to be conscious of that. Um, Typically, the Nasdaq and the ES kind of correlate with each other, but this week, well, right now they are correlating, but this week I expect for them to be a little bit off whack. A little bit out of whack. My bad. Seems
It's like
like all markets are falling right now.
oil is making a new low as we
Mm,
speak. They are getting pushed down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nasdaq is being pushed down as well.
Wow. Markets to the downside. Look at Nasdaq.
hmm
Okay.
Nasdaq coming down to a demand zone that was created about 5:30 this morning.
Mm-hmm.
Oil is continuing to make new lows.
45.52 is the low.
I'm gonna take a I'm gonna take a short once I get another down candle.
Mm-hmm.
Go time. Yep, I'm in a go time short. I'm taking 62% uh golden ratio targets. So I'm looking for 7 points. Oh, damn. Good thing I didn't. See my this is a perfect example of making sure you always check your systems
Mm-hmm.
because I didn't have my correct system setting.
So oil is near that ADR, that 20 ADR low, 80.59. Oil has now moved $1 at 26. That's just some drippage. Let's see.
So I am trailing, and oh, that was a beautiful push down on the Nasdaq.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful push down. I'm trailing still, but got me out. Great trade. Uh, Let me see. I gotta check my systems real quick. And then Q.
Hmm.
That should have replicated. Okay. Oh, got you. I see what happened. Yeah, they pushing down. They pushing down. Um, could be going to take out London session lows. So we're gonna see what they want to do, what they continue to want to do. Also, keep in mind on the Nasdaq, we got the solid dollar 15,600 right there. So that may be a level of support. We are in a price action to the downside on oil. But we looking good. We're looking good.
They just keep looking to make lows.
Yeah. Looking for the Nasdaq to push down further since it looks like the bears are in control right now. The bears are in control right now on the Nasdaq.
Wow. Heavy market volatility. It looks like Fitch downgraded U.S. debt. So that's playing a big role in what's going on. I have not received any go time candles, but it looks as though
I just got out of that Nasdaq trade.
Nasdaq short,
Too early. Too early. Ooh.
and
Sorry.
that'll happen, guys. That'll happen when you get into a trade where you get out, take profits too early.
Seeing a lot of resistance down. Support down here on oil. So we want to see. So they broke through the solid dollar. So they really trying to go somewhere. They're really trying to go somewhere. So I need 50 ticks. If I get 50 ticks, my trail would kick in.
Okay.
And I think they just did what I thought they was going to do. Let me see. NQ came down. They might come down and take out London Sessions lows and grab that liquidity. So I'm going to be looking to take profit in this area, looking to protect profit. I have a shaded area down here that was previous support. You know, the old saying goes, old resistance is new support, old support is new resistance. So always keep that in mind when you're trading. But one thing Lou mentioned earlier was the projection high and the projection low.
Mm-hmm.
And the NASDAQ is at the projection low right now. It came down here before. It came down to this area before, early this morning at the London session and got bought up. When we say getting bought up means that the bulls start executing contracts, buying it, making the price go up. Bulls are the buyers, bears are the sellers. And that's what it looked like they are doing. So I may get stopped out of this this NASDAQ trade because of that. I was looking to take profit early, but I missed my opportunity.
So I just received a signal from me. We have a go time short signal. So these are the signals I'm looking for. If the market does give me a signal, I will be in a trade. So that's what we are waiting for right now. Here we are. Also going for 8 ticks on the entry.
You going to the downside?
To the downside.
Okay.
So
All right. So I got stopped out of that trade and entered into another trend trade.
Or
okay,
order filled. Order filled.
so we are going for 8 ticks. Let's see if we get it.
Wait,
It's
what?
entry price. Yeah, that's what we need. We need 8 ticks on the entry. Let's see.
Wait, what?
We're gonna button off as well.
Right.
We're gonna wait. We're gonna wait right here as well. Let's see what this market want to do.
I don't know what they trying to do, but I know that this oil need to come on down and cash this check.
Well, who else said they want to cash a check? Well, definitely just did. But yeah, so the way we do it, we get into a trade. There's a target, there's a stop. That's it. There's nothing else. There was nothing else to do. Target and a stop, and that's it. So now we enter the trade. What's the type of trade we do? For the time. So the trade entered 940. Guess what? If they stop us out, that means they are trying to go the other way. And that would be cool too. What was the risk on the trade? Pressure. Here. Risk on the trade is 13 ticks. Eight two.
This could be the formation of a bear flag.
Mm-hmm.
Just gonna wait and see what they talking about.
Let's see what they do.
Because they definitely came down to the London session lows.
Mm-hmm.
Typically, when you see that kind of order flow, they're looking to take out the stops down there, grab some liquidity, and then move to the upside.
Exactly.
Target
So
filled.
we just got
Target
stopped out
filled.
of that trade. Now we are
Order
long.
submitted.
So what we gotta do? We are gonna take our stop. Put it as 2. We're gonna be 2 below our. We are gonna be 2 below of our trend tool. Entry. We're going 20 ticks on the target. Move that up.
Right there.
And that's what we're doing. So now we go to our.
One of the good things about this, man, is that, you know, when you get to a certain point, you start seeing a thing more and more and more and more. You start learning how to act when those situations come. You know,
That's a fact.
instead of getting distraught about a loss, just take the next trade.
It's always got to be next trade.
Take the next trade.
Now we got go time to the upside.
Okay, so we are in I got a trend change on the NASDAQ.
Mm-hmm. we're gonna get in this trade. Unknown.
Order filled. Order filled.
Order submitted.
Got stopped out of oil. I'm gonna uptrend on oil.
Right under there. And there we are. What's that finish on there? 45, 67, 50.
Looks like they could be trying to push back down.
Yeah, looks like
We
this.
shall see.
They're definitely looking to push back down for sure.
Well, not for sure because we don't know, but
I see that. That's a nice push right there.
it's definitely a strong possibility.
That's a fact.
Definitely a strong possibility. Most of the time in this game is really just about waiting, just sitting, waiting, looking to see what the market participants is doing, where they trying to go, and yeah, that's that. So right now Nasdaq is back at 15,600, just broke through there, so that was a good break. We seeing lower lows and lower highs, so that's the definition of a downtrend formation. So we want to see them push lower. Like I said before, this is looking like a formation of a bear flag.
Mm-hmm.
Bear flag means basically it is an indication that the price is looking to go to the downside. Again, you got that, and you also got lower lows and lower highs. So that's the definition of a downtrend. So hopefully we can get a good push to the downside, and activate our trail, and we can lock in some profit. Oil seems to be wanting to move up, but it's struggling. So we just sit and wait. Sit, wait, analyze. Let's see what's going on. 15,600 is a psychological number as far as when it comes to trading, because that is a number where most of the big institutions and banks, they use those numbers when they're buying and selling. They don't like to play around with the smaller digits and all that kind of stuff. They like stuff like 600, 650, 625, 675, numbers like that. So just keep that in mind. Yes, want to push up.
And another thing with trading too is you got to be okay with the losses. Like, losses are part of trading. So you can't be flustered. You can't, want to go ahead and change your plan just because, you might potentially take, winners, losses, that type of thing. That's not, you have an edge in the market. And so your edge tells you to let the trades play out.
Play out.
But that's what you should do.
But also, I wouldn't say you can't be flustered. You can have any emotions that you want to have. And you can have all the emotions that you want to have, but you learn how to keep them under control when you need to. Because we human, we dealing with all types of other participants in this market, and they have theirs under control. So we got to do the same thing.
Sometimes, because a lot of
Yeah, sometimes.
what's the percentage, bro? They say I believe it's, I think they say 1 to 2 or maybe 5% of traders, of day traders, are actually successful, are actually profitable. Most of the time, that's just because a lot of traders, they always go away from their strategy, and they, sometimes they don't let their strategy work and play out, um, which is an unfortunate thing. But you know you have to let your strategy play out. You have to take your trades and um, allow things to work.
Okay. Sure. So I got out of the NASDAQ trade for a small win because I see that they're looking, it doesn't seem like they're really looking to stay down, but we'll see.
We'll see.
We shall see.
So it looks like we're going to get stopped out here potentially, and if we do get stopped out, we will be short.
They definitely fighting though. They definitely are fighting. We're gonna see who wins. I re-entered into another price action NASDAQ trade.
It is a fight for sure.
What'd you say?
It's a fight. It's a fight right here.
See what they talking about. Also, it's important to start drawing levels on your charts when you're trading so you can see when, you know, the most recent, support resistance areas are to let you know where to be cautious at, where to use discretion.
Exactly. And as we can see, it looks like they did have this golden ratio area as a
Target
resistance.
filled. Target filled.
We were stopped out in some trades.
Yeah.
Let's X out these right here. So
So
we should be short. But it
that
looks
was a
like,
big push down on NASDAQ.
so what we're actually going to do is we're gonna go short manually,
Order filled. Submitted.
and what we're gonna do is, because this ATM that I have right now, this has a trail that kicks in at a price I don't want it to right now. We are going to,
Target filled.
and then what we're also going to do is we're going to add a manual. We're going to add a manual
Order submitted.
ATM. So now this ATM gives me a little bit more flexibility in what I would like to do. So I want to put my stop at the trend line, I'm also going to move my target up just so I can see a little bit more what's going on as well. Then we are going to add a risk to reward. So from here, I'm going to measure my risk. I know it's 32 ticks, so the stop needs to be at the trend line. We're going to do our target at 20 ticks as well. So this is 19, one tick below is 20. We are also going to add a trail so that if the market does go in my favor, these amount of ticks, and since my entry was a couple of ticks below here, we're going to say 18 and 4 as well. Now we're going to lock in the stop, right click. We are also going to attach this to the trailing indicator as well. -2. Okay. Should be 2 above. Apologies. Properties. 2 above. Okay. There we go.
Seems like we're in an area of consolidation right now.
Exactly. That's right.
Look like I'm about to get stopped out of this NASDAQ trade. A couple more points. You know, there's times where, you know, you got your stop and your target place. That price may come 1 or 2 or 3 ticks away from your stop and then go right in your favor. So, you know, just stay positive.
Always.
Before we go there. Stay positive and just keep trading.
That's right. Oil looks like it's going to try to make a new low as well. All right, we have a button on short situation. So from this same level, it looks like they got knocked down. So I'm going to go ahead and button on short here as well. We need 8 ticks on the targets on these trades. Waiting to enter.
Order submitted failed.
In this trade
Order
here,
submitted.
we need 8 ticks. Move that down. We're going to increase the price. So we need
I know whichever one, whoever break through, they're gonna flush.
Mm-hmm. Put that there.
It's gonna be a very strong move to a certain direction.
That's right.
$10 o'clock. We got news at 10 o'clock, and there's always something that happens in the market at 10 o'clock. So you'll see a nice push to a certain direction. There you have it.
That's right.
Well, that didn't really do anything. So, like I say, we just sit and wait.
21 ticks. Stop.
Order filled. Target filled.
Target filled.
Okay. Looks like market is looking to push down.
Shout out to T-Bone. T-Bone, we got Ty in the building. We got Young Wise. What up, y'all? I ain't even see the
Oh.
chat. My bad.
Yeah, what's going on, people? What's going on? What's going on? Letting the market come to us.
T-Bone said he got 2 ticks away from his stop in the 8. 2 ticks from the stop in Asian session twice. Got it back through with algo trades. Yes, sir. What up, Ty?
Hey, morning, Ty. What's up?
She said, how do the earnings make the markets change?
Entry price is, what was the entry price on the short? 45.61.50.
Excuse me. Oil keep giving me little go time checks.
Mm-hmm.
Typically, how I look at the market is when you got stuff like oil and gold, they kind of move opposite of how like the NASDAQ and the ES move sometimes. So typically, if gold, if I'm trading oil too, so if oil is going in one direction, the NASDAQ or the ES could be going in the other direction. And sometimes they all go in the same direction, but that's some things to think about and look out for. But I think they it's a heavy it's some support down here. There's some heavy support down here.
I would definitely say that.
Heavy support down here. Just don't know where they looking to buy it all the way up at. That's another check on oil. But we are seeing lower highs and lower lows, so looks like the bears are still in control.
Mm-hmm.
Until we get a higher high. So if we get a higher high, then we know somebody trying to do something before do something. Guan, what up, Kason? Kason in the building.
What's up, Casey? Yeah, they're definitely looking like they're basing down here. But as we said before, these markets, they overnight they've moved. I think I would say their range or pretty close to it. So, but yeah, with the news that came out today, I should be mostly short biased. But again, market participants are going to do what they want.
They're going to do what they want to do.
They're going to do what they want to do.
waiting game.
Yes, sir.
They trying to break this trend.
Yeah, let's go ahead and draw some things. So
You short or what?
looks like they're trying to make some,
They broke the trend. See?
they're trying to go low with the situation. I mean, yeah, trading is all about being patient.
Being patient. And also adapting to market situations.
Potential support spot. That's why the target is right there as well. The way I see it, it looks like they can. Well, this trail's gonna kick in, so I'm gonna go ahead and move this target a little bit at the low. And if they want to make a new low, we can make new lows together, as Mentor says. And as soon as they start making that new low, when I start trailing, which we have, let's see the trail. Let's see where the entry is. Entry is here. Entry is 45.6150. So from 61.50, I need 18 ticks. So I need the 11.
All right, so I got stopped out.
I need 11.4. As soon as we get to this level, I will go ahead and move this. My trail is going to start kicking in. And when it does, there's going to be a fight. There will be a fight. So what I'm going to do is fight. Okay.
Good stuff.
Thank you, sir.
NASDAQ right now, we're looking like, what are we looking like?
All right, see, there's a fight. I'll let this do it. Here we go. There is a fight. Move this target down. There we go.
All right, let's go.
Let's go.
They trying to go somewhere. We're going to go with them.
We're going right with them. That's how we do it.
We're going to go right with them.
But again, I think one of the main things for trading is, you take losses, you take wins, but you gotta fight like hell to keep your composure. You have to fight like hell to keep it.
That's why they always say, don't look at your P&L.
Yep. And for me, what I've done is, I have my P&L up right now because I'm, we
Order
basically
filled.
we just got make sure it's closed out. Yeah, we essentially just got we're getting into the space of, you need to be more mentally strong and more mentally tough. It took a while to realize that is the key. It's not a new indicator. It's not it's not all these things. It's up here. It's always been up here. And so, yeah, I can definitely admit for today, there were a couple of losses that I took that it doesn't feel good to take losses, but you have to be
big push to the
push to the
downside.
downside. You have to be okay with the losses. You have to be. It's part of
Got
the
to.
it's part of the game. Let's
Because if you don't take those losses, you will never know what you did wrong.
see. And you know what I'll say is this: there is a how to trader from the first couple of trades that I was taking, they maybe could have moved their stop above the trend line, let the activity happen, saw that there was a golden ratio resistance, and there would have been all trades. But that is one method. I do that sometimes, but um, for today, I have my specific style of trading, and that's what we're gonna stick to. I'm gonna be who I say I'm gonna be.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna be who I say I'm gonna be. Oil right now is at the previous session's lows, which is also the 20-day ADR low. So I would say there is support down at this level, but again, the market can and will do whatever they want to do at any time, any day. That's just how it goes. So
That's how I go.
now we're just waiting. We are patient. Oil news at 10:30 as well. Oil news at 10:30 as well. That is something to keep in mind. Um, let's see.
NASDAQ showing some support down here at 15,550 area. I am short. I need 50 ticks for my trail to kick in. But they broke through that 50 area. So for me, I'm looking at 15,525 as the next support, and then 15,500. But I'm also keeping in mind that the Nasdaq has already moved 248 points already. Its 20-day average is about 224. So we have to keep those things in mind. That is a mathematical situation. It looks like they want to push down some more. They want to push down, we're going to push with them. If they want to make lower lows, we're going to make lower lows with them. Let's go. Let's go.
There we go.
I'm trailing right now, so I'm sitting back. I'm chilling. Button off on everything else. This is probably going to be my last trade for the day.
You want to screen up?
Huh?
Screen up or no?
Who, for me?
Yeah. So you can see what's going on.
Hold on. Ooh. Hold on. Damn, I can't make it to it fast enough. Oh, hold on. Don't hit my stop. Let me get it. Share screen. Window. Ah, damn.
They got you out?
Yeah, they got me.
Ah.
But yeah, that's my last trade for the day. I'm going to go ahead and put up my Kaysen said 15,591 was overnight lows. Holding a bit.
Mm-hmm.
These are my results for the day, y'all. So
Here we go.
good day today. Three accounts, 1,700, 1,600, all before 10:30. And they pushing down more.
And they're pushing down further.
And that's another psychology that a trader must overcome, because you can have a fear of, well, damn, I should have did this, or I should have waited, I should have. No, take your profit or take your loss, wait for another entry.
Yep.
Wait for another entry.
That's what you got to do.
Oh. I'm gonna pause for a second. Be right back, guys.
And for me, I still got work to do. We have another 4, 5, 6 hours to go. So currently, ES is at the 20. ES is at the 20-day projection low. Looks like a good amount of support here, or could be potential support. Also, 45.50. Psychological numbers. Always got to keep in mind for those as well. Just gonna use the bathroom. I'll be back one moment. I'm back. All right. Making sure algos are good to go. Let's see what the Nasdaq is doing. I know there is a lot of they move in synchrony. I'm taking that short. If we get a signal.
Order submitted or filled.
Order submitted.
We need 8 ticks on the entry. I'm going to attach this to our indicator. That's all we can do. That's all we can do. Button off. Now. Trade. And we're going to measure out our risk. See how much we got risking on this trade. Here.
Mic check, mic check.
Yes, sir. In the building.
Hold on a second. Audio. Mic check, mic check. Here we go.
Here we go. Yes, sir.
All right. So one thing I want to say, you guys, check this out. Always check your systems. Always check your systems. I made a major mistake. I went to use the bathroom and I left my buttons on and I came back to me being in a trade. Luckily, I was in profit. I went ahead and took that profit. I didn't care anything about none of that because I wanted to protect my profit and protect my winnings for today.
Yep.
So always make sure that's something that you always supposed to do any and every time you leave your desk, leave your computer. If you have strategies like that, we have proprietary tools that give us the option to turn on and turn off. Um, yeah, so that's that. How you looking over there, bro?
In a trade now, down 8 ticks. I think the stop we set the stop at 16 ticks. 16 ticks on the stop. Target 8 ticks. That's what we're going for.
Look like they're trying to push up.
Looks like they're trying to push up. So if we get out of this trade, we are button on long.
And y'all remember when I say this is why it's also very important to talk to yourself, to look at the chart, try to figure out the story that's trying to be told. I said, okay, once it gets down to 15,550.
Yeah, this area right here, this is the 20-day ADR low. This is probably not the best trade that I should have taken. As we know, this is a low spot. This is support. This same area is where they bounced at in the middle of the night. So with that being said, if I do take a loss, I know why I took the loss. And that's what you know. Go ahead, bro.
No, I'm just gonna say that what was I looking at? So I said that once we get down to the 15,550 area, that could be a possible support area. We broke that area, we went down, and I said the next support area would be 15,525. The low of the day for the NASDAQ is 15,524.50. The NASDAQ broke its projected open and low price, and it also broke its 20-day ADR average. As of right now, the NASDAQ has moved 265.25 points for the day. Typically, we would say, hey, it's already moved well past its range. We would kind of sit and wait to see what they decide to do as far as if they want to go lower or push higher, or they may just consolidate here this entire time. So let me see. I'm just sending out some.
Oil news. Oil is getting volatile right now because because there is news coming. There is news coming for oil. Also, too, I've committed to this trade. I do know that we are at this ADR low, and this is a support spot.
Oh,
but again, I have committed to this trade. So what I need to do is,
that's a strong push.
yeah, oil is moving. I've committed to this trade, but guess what? We're not slow.
That's a target, ain't it?
It should be.
Didn't it wick past it?
It just did. That's not.
Hold
That,
on.
that's annoying. That's annoying. Um, that's very annoying. That is extremely frustrating.
That's
What I
yeah.
That is extremely frustrating. But that happens in trading. That is something that happens in trading. Um, that is extremely frustrating.
So I'm confused. It wicked past your target.
It went
So
past the.
it's not market if touched or
I believe it is. I think I got it late. I think I got it a little late, so that could have been that's an error on my piece. But if it does come down to this level again, best believe I am out. Best believe I am out.
good thing
I'm
is
not playing games at this level. Uh, but
good thing
again,
is it didn't make a higher high from that last swing high. So we can still look forward to be continue to a push down. But also keep in mind, well, like I said about the NASDAQ, we looking at uh these psychological numbers, these quarters, as you see on the screen, we got 45.50 as the next support area because look where it came to 45.50.75
Order filled.
low. So that should be a check for you.
that should be a check. I got out of.
Target filled.
Just take these little
Good stuff.
targets.
Let's go.
So, a little bit stressful for the simple fact that I recognize that this is a potential support spot, and I was looking to get out of the trade. It came down to this target spot, and it didn't fill me. But you gotta know that that's part of the market. That's part of the game. So frustrating, but hey, that's how it goes. Let's see here.
Definitely part of the game.
Part of the game, but maintain composure as much as possible and just continue trading.
Also, it's 10:33, so we can't look for these people to start slowing down and going to lunch around 11, 11:30, 12, and they typically come back about 1, 2 o'clock. That's when you will see some of the volatility start to pick back up. Because we are futures traders, me myself personally, I try to get up at 2 o'clock in the morning and trade that market, trade the London session. I missed it this morning. So the London session is not as volatile as the New York Open, but it got volatile last night.
Mm-hmm.
So if you would have traded last night, you would potentially be at your daily goal. Oil ran up and got knocked right back down.
Yep.
And again, that's the beauty of trading in these markets. You know, I'm going to always correlate these markets with a job because most people don't seem to see how similar they are. Because if you had a job that you had to go to, most people go to work because they want to get paid. We come to the market because we want to get paid. You're going to make sure that you do what you need to do to go to that job, and you got to make sure you do what you need to do in these markets as well. It's all the same.
Yep.
Just imagine if your job had unlimited overtime from 6 p.m. to 5 p.m. You can come to work anytime. Some days it might be slow at work. Some days it might be smacking. That's a part of the game.
It's part of the game.
Definitely a part of the game. So just that's what keeps me going trading these markets, just putting it in the mindset of me going to work for somebody, because psychologically we are already trained to treat that job with the utmost respect. We don't want to be late. We're going to do what we got to do. We have to follow that job's process. That job is paying you to follow their process. Here, we're following our own process. And if we don't hit our goal for the day, I just look at it as, hey, look, I called off. I called off today. I didn't make any money. Mindset, very important.
So what I'm measuring right now is the 8 tick target that I typically would be going for. It looks like it was met, but again, I'm not really stressing or tripping for the simple fact that I understand with my discretion that this is a low support spot, a potential low support spot. So me taking profits a little bit earlier is part of my discretion, and I'm perfectly okay with that. Again, for the simple fact that I've already marked this level off. Crypto and myself, we spoke about marking off support and resistance spots. You got to know where those are in the market. I'll go back to my minute chart here, my 5 minute chart. Potential, this was a support spot here. This is the projected open to low and the 20 ADR low. Look at the move off that level. I can say that, it is, I'm of the opinion that it could happen again. So again, for me, I'm like, hey, I got out. There's nothing left for me to do here. So, and that's what it is. Looks like oil continues to push lower.
Yeah, I just got a demand zone popped up down here on the NASDAQ.
Okay.
I got my other accounts I need to go ahead and get to, so I'm gonna go ahead and disconnect these. Those are done for the day. Those are done for today. Okay. Also, I want to mention too, guys. There's never been a better time for people to So there's never been a better time to build success in these markets because you got companies. Typically before we used to have so much capital to trade. Used to have so much money to put in, stuff like that. But now you got companies that will pay people to trade their money. So you don't have to put in all your money. You don't have to put in thousands of dollars like most people think. Because most of the time, like when I tell people what I do, it's how much I need to put in. The most you're gonna spend is on education. That's it. The most you're gonna spend is on education. You got companies that allow you to get accounts to trade with for as little as $15. As little as $15 to start. Now, if you are disciplined and doing what you're supposed to do, and you end up passing your evaluation, because they're not gonna give you money right away to start with. That doesn't make any sense. That's not a good business model. What they will do, they want to see that you can trade. Can you trade? Can you take this amount of money and do a compound daily schedule and get to a certain target? Oh, you can do that? All right. Well, okay. Pass the evaluation. We'll give you real money. Name of the game is use other people's money anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So your minimal investment can yield you 15, 20x or more.
That's a fact. Looks like oil just keeps moving to the downside heavy.
I see it.
Man. At some point,
Shout out to
these people, they gotta take profits.
All right. So let me go ahead and connect this here.
No?
Yes, sir. But yeah, like I was saying, you got these companies that they allow you to trade up to 20 accounts at one time. So just imagine having one job and getting paid for 20 jobs, and you doing the same thing. You going to work, and on payday, you get a check. You get 20 checks, all saying the same amount.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Can't beat it. Also, I want to say this, and this is some special sauce I'm about to give y'all. There's a way to multiply that, but we're gonna say that for when y'all decide to come into the Discord and learn. So imagine having 120, 150, 200 accounts that you trade into. One trade getting copied into multiple accounts. Hey Lou.
Yes, sir.
What did Patrick Bet Davis say?
Man, go ahead and double it, man.
Double it. Find a way to double it.
Order submitted. Order filled.
We
Oh.
are
Order submitted.
we are in a little short.
All right.
We are in a little short.
Let me see.
And go ahead and give me them 10 ticks, Mike.
I'm gonna go ahead and join that short with you, brother. Not in this account though. Not in this account here. Oh,
Order filled. Target filled.
Order filled.
So now we to the upside with oil.
to the upside. That stopped me out. I was looking at the solid dollar to be resistance, but
Mm-hmm.
it broke through that.
They broke all through that. Yep.
Hmm. Okay. Let's see. NASDAQ making new lows.
NASDAQ making new lows. Mm-hmm.
We're gonna sell down. NASDAQ at least gonna take me to a solid dollar. So I know 15,500.
Yep. Let's see.
Come on. While I'm waiting on to get in this trade, I'm gonna look at a day 15-minute chart to see if I can see something.
Okay.
And I definitely do. This was support on NASDAQ a couple of days ago. This exact area. What do they want to do?
Wow. Look at this drop.
Oh, no, right there. Take it back to the trend line.
Mm-hmm.
Trailing stop. $15,500. That's what we're looking for.
Okay.
If they're trying to break lower. Yeah, this is a major demand zone.
Make sure we're good to go.
Order submitted. Order filled.
Yes, sir. But now,
Okay. Currently down on this trade here. Came up to a 15,525
yep.
possible resistance area. Our stop is at 15,533.75.
Target filled. Target filled.
That's right. It's a target. That's what happens when it's okay. Just got those targets over there. Or stops, I should say. And now, all right.
As of now, the NASDAQ has moved 285 points, which is well outside of its range
Mm-hmm.
for the month on a monthly average. Oil keep pushing low.
Oil to the downside. What is going on with oil?
Checks, that's what's going on.
That's what's going on. All type of checks. Okay.
ES pushing low, NASDAQ pushing low.
Order submitted.
All right. Here we go. We are short oil. And our stop B. And here we are.
So I want to screen up for a second so I can show some stuff that I'm looking at.
Okay.
I'm going to show my screen.
Order filled.
So you can see my screen, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. So
The screen is white.
This is white.
It's white.
What you see now?
I see. That's our tool.
Oh,
Here. Oh.
all right. So let me see if this. Okay, so I'm up 26 ticks on this NASDAQ trade. I'm up 36 now. I'm looking for 50 ticks
Okay.
to lock in. But like I said before, this is a solid dollar down here, so I'm going to protect some profit. Trail already kicked in. Let's go. If we can get a break of the solid dollar, we can look for a strong push to the downside. Now I wanted to show y'all. Okay. Let me see. No. I'm not gonna keep doing that. All right, so let me see here. Entire screen. Okay, here we go. All right, can you see my screen now?
Yes,
All
I
right,
can.
so this is my daily chart. Oh my god, this is my daily chart, right? So I drew this area. Every bar you see here is a full entire day. So I drew this area right here before because I seen that there was a big resistance area down here, and uh and um so I drew this area down here as a big resistance, and as we see that, price came down here and got rejected, came down here, there, got rejected. We also see a doji candle right here. Or, for those of you who trade candlesticks, as you see, we trade Renko bars, but I do trade candlesticks as well. I don't trade them; I use them as a reference. So to have these come down here and then show a doji, which shot it back to the upside. Now we see another doji candle right here, which did what? Shot it to the downside. So now we have a support area. We have a support area down here, which it is currently being held up. But if it breaks the support area down here, we could look for the market to go a little bit lower. Also, keep in mind that we have areas where price needs to fill fair value gaps right here. So the price may come down and touch this box right here and shoot back up, or it may come down here for a little bit today. Tomorrow it may continue to come down to fill this gap and go back to the upside. So that's something that we also paying attention to. Shout out to the chat. We got a new subscriber, y'all. A beautiful young lady by the name of Nuevia. Thank you. Thank you for the support. So yeah. Now we just sit and wait. This is my analysis
Now we sit and wait.
from the information that I have obtained throughout the time that I have been trading. So nobody's going to be 100% right in this. What you want to do is you want to make you want to have your greatest technical analysis along with your fundamentals to make everything match up to give you a higher probability of taking a trade and making that trade go into your favor. Like I say, this game is full of wins and losses, but you want to have more wins than losses. Or you got some people that take a lot of losses, but their winners is bigger. They may lose 15 times. I'm gonna put it like this. You got some people that may lose $10 15 times, but they may win $200 4 times. Those are good odds. We got Kaysen in the building. Kaysen say, watch out for 15,484. 15,484. We looking like. Let me open this up.
Oh.
15,484. Let me get my tool.
Oh.
This guy. 15,484. That's right there. And yep, see, I didn't even, when I was drawing this, I drew it right here, but I didn't see the correlation to this right here. So, it's not letting me draw my drawing.
You having an issue with it?
No, it's good. So as you can see, everything when you're looking at these charts, you gotta reference areas where you think potential players are at, because this is a game. This is a mental game. And I advise everybody who's looking to trade, get the book, The Mental Game of Trading. Very helpful.
Such a good book.
So here is where the uptrend started, at this area right here. This on this day, the low of this candle is 15,484.50. Kaysen said, watch out for the 15,484 area, because it came here before and shot back up, which means that there was a lot of buyers in this area. There was somebody who bought a whole bunch of contracts and said, you know what, we tired of all this selling down here. There's too much selling going on over here. We're gonna buy it up. So once these people who was selling, once they realized they couldn't sell no more, and the bulls started to take over, they started to take profit. And by them taking profit, which made the price go up. Now, just doing a little technical analysis, we see up here where I drew these shaded lines, that lets me know that there's sellers up here, because you got this wick. This is a really long wick right here, and it's a wick right here, doji candle, wick. The bulls can't get higher than this area. So that means that it's a bunch. These sellers that was up here, they still trying to sell in that area. They're still trying to sell. So what they do? They sold here. The bulls try to fight back. They sold a little bit more. The bulls won this day. They both was fighting back and forth between these two areas. The bulls barely won this day, and then the bears come back. These same people that was over here, they're selling and selling over here. They sold here, dropped the price down. The bulls try to fight it back up. They say, nope, come on back down here. Come on back down here, and look where we at. Look where we at.
Another thing to note too is whenever you're trading, you always need to be mindful of both sides of the playing field. You know, whenever you're in a trade, if you are in a position that's short, what are the people that are long bias looking to do? Where are those levels of support or resistance, or vice versa? You always have to be mindful of that. And when you do take trades when you do have trades that are in your favor, you should the mindset and the view you should have of those trades should be, this is a learning trade. What happened here, so that it can always help you moving forward with other trades. You can't just
absolutely
sitting here just taking trades, just doing whatever, because that's not trading. That's just using a system that someone gave you and you don't really understand what's going on.
Absolutely. That's why we don't call them losses. We call them learners, because you have to learn from it.
Yes, sir.
Got to learn from it. So now we back at 15,500. That was a big push from that area. Not a big push, but it's significant enough because of what we know went on back here. They fighting to get low. They can't get. They're trying to get lower than this. It might not happen today. It might happen tomorrow. But also, we got to keep in mind that there's today. This week is big earnings week. Lou, what we got today for earnings?
Notable earnings for tech. There aren't too many notable earnings for tech, but in terms of for tomorrow, we got some. We have, let's see here, some notable earnings for tech. Let's see. August 3rd, which is tomorrow. We have Amazon earnings at 4, and we also have Apple at 4:30.
Mhm.
So
Two of the
keep in
biggest companies in the world.
two of the biggest companies in the world, and we
So
know them very well. Who everybody got iPhones, and a bunch of people got Amazon Prime. So
exactly.
that's right.
So for those of you all who don't know, and this is why it's very important to learn these companies, man. We spend all our money with these companies all day, every day, and we don't get anything in return from it. So what happens is all the money that we've spent throughout the quarter, because every business goes by quarters. They have business quarters. It goes from uh, January to March, April to June, July to October, October to December. 4 quarters in a month.
Yep.
Huh?
July
Yeah.
to September, then October to December. That's right.
Yeah. It's 4 quarters in a month. It's like it's 4 quarters in a game. Basketball game, football game. It's 4 quarters in it.
Yep.
So um what earnings is basically these companies have to report how much money they made or lost, and that drives the stock price, which in return drives the futures markets, which is what we're trading now.
Exactly.
You got a lot of people who trade individual stocks, like Apple, Amazon, Tesla, Google, AMD, Facebook, stuff like that. Trade them individually.
Submitted.
Me personally, I trade the NASDAQ, and the NASDAQ is 100 tech companies. So the NASDAQ has all of those tech companies inside of it. So just keep that in mind as well. But this market, man, this is the greatest ATM known to mankind.
100%.
The greatest ATM known to mankind. And it's a reason why they don't want to teach everybody this. Big reason why. But we're here now. We are here now. One thing I always say is I can't blame you for not knowing. But if you know and don't take action, that's a problem.
And that's on you. If you know and don't take action, that's on you. It's not on anybody else. 1 second. I gotta move some orders around.
So when I break this down to the 1 minute, so we have a lot of different variations of how everybody view the market. Everybody view the market differently. Up here, we got, how we trade on Renko bars. So these are the different settings that I have for the Renko bars. We got the minute charts here. You got 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute, up to 5 minute, 10 minute, 15, 20, 30, 60, 4 hour. We got the daily, weekly, monthly, and yearly. We can look at all of these. You got people who look at the volume, people who look at ticks, people who look at the range, seconds, minutes, all of that. It really depends on what works for you. You find out what works for you, and you continuously do it even if you fail. When you fail, don't switch it up. Stick to it. It might just be one of the random distributions of wins and losses.
That's a fact.
Keep going. I know that's a struggle that we have as people, is that we always look to win, and there's nothing wrong with winning. That's what we try to do every day. Nothing wrong with winning, but you have to know that you got to take a loss. You got to stay down to come up.
Yes, sir.
So, yeah. So we got some people viewing. We got some people viewing. If y'all can do us a favor, go ahead. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. hit the notification bell so you get notified when we do start live streaming or when we put up a new video. And also give us a thumbs up because that really helps our channel. It helps us get notarized. It also helps the algorithm so we can continue to grow this channel. And also, if you know somebody that's interested in this, hit the share button. Share it real quick. We got iPhones. We got all kind of Androids. We got these phones that allow us to do things instantly. So hit the share button. Send it to somebody that you know may be interested. Spread the knowledge. Spread everything. Whoa.
Oh.
Look like NASDAQ is pushing up from that area. So now what I want to do is I want to change this zone here. I'm about to erase this zone here and draw a new one because it looks like it has extended. I'm going to draw from here to there. Get rid of this. I'm going to make this show on all my charts. Well, yeah, 15,500 area. So just for another example, and I pointed this out the other day to the team, was that one thing I learned from there's a guy on YouTube. His name is ICT, and he introduced an interesting concept to me, which was imbalances, fair value gaps. Now I don't know 100% about this concept, but I do see a pattern, right? So when I say that, there's certain areas where you see these big old run-ups and stuff like that. There's a big gap between this candle and that candle that needs to get filled, right? So if we draw an area right here and to this candle here, but I'm gonna bring it out this way. We see that at some point, price came back down to fill this area. Now, on this day, this candle right here, it matched up perfectly with this candle over here. That's not a coincidence. Then we had this candle right here that's telling us like, hey, they tried to push it down, but we're going to push back up. This is a doji candle. Pushed it back up. But also, we got this area down here that got to be filled. So that's where I'm looking for this price to go. Also, if you draw a Fibonacci retracement from this low, this swing low, to this swing high right here, I'm going to bring it over here. We can see that price came down to 50% area and moved back to the upside. Now, once this day is over with, this candle is going to close. So for what I'm looking at price to at least come down to either one of these 61.8, one of these, the 61.8 right here, or 66%, or down to at least fill this imbalance right here at some point. It might not be today, might not be tomorrow, might not be Friday or next week, but I'm looking for it to come down in that area because you got to look, we got 15,500 that was broken. It was tested tomorrow or today. It might happen today, might not, but I'm going to look for another retest in like T-Bone say, if they keep knocking, they're gonna bust through the door. The door is down here. So if they keep knocking down here, the bear's gonna bust through. So if they bust through this area, I'm looking for 15,400 at some point as support. So just keep that in mind. Look like Lou is back up with his screen, so we're gonna go ahead and screen down. And go ahead, bro, do your thing. I gotta run to the bathroom again, drinking all this water. I can't hear you.
I gotta use the bathroom myself. I'll be right back. Yes, sir.
All right. We got to get a commercial break, but I'm gonna hold it down until we come back. Like it's trying to push back down. I'm also going to put up a picture of some of the patterns that I pay attention to while I'm trading. I mentioned earlier about the flags, bear flags, and bull flags. Where is that image? Let me see here. Chat box. All right, so yeah. So when I mentioned earlier about bear flags and bull flags, this is what I meant. This is a flag. This is a pennant. This is a strong indication of a consolidation and continuation to the downside, or it could be to the upside. Because if you flip this, it'll be a bull flag. This is a pennant. If you draw a trend line and you see it bouncing from line to line, and you see that's a strong indication of a continuation into the direction where it was going to. Really, just a bunch of people who was selling or buying here, taking a little bit of profit here, taking profit there, taking profit there, and going to the same direction. So I'm going to try to point some of these out here. See, they're moving to the downside. So let me see if I can mark this up. Let's see. Well, okay, let's see here. This might be one here. So if we draw, no, what are we looking at? Let me get rid of this. This right here looks like it's a failed bull flag. It definitely was a flag. It went up a little bit, but then it got knocked down. This, let me see. I mean, you can see it. You can see it in all of the patterns here. It run up, come do a short sell off, continue to go. Run up, short sell off, continue to go. Run up, short sell off, and now it reached the point here where it's like, nah, we ain't trying to go no higher. We're gonna knock this thing on down. All right. I'm gonna draw a trend line from this swing low here. Draw here, there. So this is the trend that we're in. This is the trend that we are in. So like I say, it may, come down this area, bounce back up, or it can continue to go down further, make a new low. But we'll see. All right, I'm gonna screen down y'all for a second. I gotta go to the bathroom. Be right back. All right, guys, I'm back. So I hope you guys like this video today. We are a new channel. We are growing. I've never broadcasted before live like this, so I think it's a good thing. We are like I said, we are learning. We are getting better. If there's anything that you guys can think of that we can do better at, please let me know. Let us know. Put it in the comments. And yeah, just stay tuned. You know, we continue to grow this channel, add more value to people, especially for those who are looking to learn how to trade in these markets. My guy is having some technical difficulties right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and end the broadcast, y'all. We appreciate everybody who came through. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the support. We're going to continue to try to do this every day without any technical difficulties, but we know how easy that sounds, but that's not always the case. So yeah, again, thank you for joining the channel. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, tap in with us. We got a lot of information. We got a lot of knowledge to give to you guys. All right, I'm out. Peace.